welcome to Delta Blues Mondays, and I hope you've been enjoying this particular series. This is number 16, lick number 16. 16 weeks, 16 videos you can go back on. I hope you've been enjoying it. If you have, and please subscribe to my channel, as these happen every week, 1 PM on a Monday. So, without further ado, just look at what we're doing. We're looking at the very last 4 bars of a 12-bar blues. So this particular 12-bar blues will be in E, which means we're going to go to B7 for a bar, A7 for a bar, and then back to E7 for 2 bars. So what's going on in the right hand? So the thumb is playing on the beat for each of those bars. So we're going 2nd fret B, so essentially what you'd have if you put down a B7 chord. You got 2nd fret, 2nd finger, A string, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you let go of that to play an A, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go down to the E string for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Carry on with the E string for 2, 1, 2, and then back to B, and hold that for 2. Yeah. So the bass sounds like this: 3, 4. Got it? Cool. So the first line is this. Yeah? So we've got this lovely little skip in this. That's quite good fun to play. We'll get to that. So we start off with this lovely little hammer on. That's very typical of a blues, to hammer on from the minor third and go to the major third. So imagine it's like an E chord. That's all we're doing. We're hammering on from the open G string and then going onto the 1st fret of the G string. We're passing through to the B string, and then the lick really starts on beat 1 of the B. And I'm using my 1st finger to play an F, which is on the 1st fret E string, to hammer it on to the 2nd fret E string to play an F sharp. And then I'm playing another bass note. That's on beat 2 on the A of beat 2, so 2E and A. So 2E and A. The F sharp happens, so you get that. And then the little pinky comes down to play the D on the 3rd fret B string, along with a B at the same time in the bass. And then you let go of that for a B string, and then you have a little skip and another B. And then you finish again, beat 4 with another B bass. So you get this 3, 4. And again. And that's preceded with that little line. So that's the first 2 measures, or half a measure and then the first measure. The second bar is based around an A7. So what we're doing here, we're going to be sliding up. So the same sort of thing as Hey Joe that you get with Hendrix. We're sliding up from the D, that's the B string, 3rd fret, and we're going to be playing in what I call double stops with the E string as well. So the B string and the E string being struck together at the same time. I'm using my 2nd and my 3rd finger in my right hand. Yeah, so that's the first half of that lick. B, B, slide, B, B, slide. And then you come back down again. So you slide up, slide down, basically. And then you get this thing, and this is quite a strange thing you get in blues now and again. You get this minor, so you get the minor 7 on an A chord is a G, or a flat 7, I guess. Excuse me. So you go from the major 7, which would be a G sharp in an A chord, the chord of goes down to the dominant sound. Yeah, so we're going G sharp to G. You can find that on the first fret of the G string, and that's with an A in the bass. So you get this 3, 4. Yeah, that's it. Shall I do it a few times? 3, 4. As you could tell, you can do lots of variations on that. You could do a little hammer on. You could do a little faster slide or take your time. Slides are great fun to play around with. And then we resolve onto an E. So I'm using my second finger on E on the second fret D string. Then I'm hammering on from the G sharp, so that's in the E chord, isn't it? And you're hammering on to A. So you get this. So I'm hammering on from the G sharp to the A, and then letting go to a G. So you go. Now it's good advice to basically, whenever you're learning these sort of licks, to cut them into little bite-sized chunks like that, so you can just make something of that motif. This stops you from thinking of a lick as just one passage in time, but can only begin like this and end like this. The idea is if you chop it into little bits, then you can just throw in a little bit of a lick somewhere in another tune, but so you're not always playing by rote, you're kind of creating your own lines. So always chop up your licks. The sort of the third beat in this bar, you then get this lick. So you're hammering in from the second finger on the second fret of the G string A, hammering onto the B, then you're letting back down to the A, and then down to a G, and then down to an E. So you get this. It's quite handy to practice that one over. So when you add that to the previous two beats, you get this. Yeah, that sounds quite cool just by itself, doesn't it? And then finally we're going in like a triplet rhythm, one and so we're doing an E by itself, a D string by itself, and then you're hammering on back onto the E. So then you can slide in again, just to kind of give it some more accent on the E, and then we're kind of letting go, and then sliding down to the B. So the last two bars is this: 3, 4. And again. That was wrong. All of this stuff, I think with blues, folk music, jazz, it's just about finding your own voice, really. So sometimes I don't play this exactly the same each time, but I think that's fine. So that's the whole lick. Let's just put it all together, shall we? 3. It starts on beat 4, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Times. Anyway, there we go. Delta Blues lick number 16. There is tab down there. There is the subscribe button over there. There is a little notification bell somewhere down there. That's new. Tick that. That means you always get updates whenever I upload a new video. 1 PM every Monday. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy playing the guitar. See you soon.